Round one, Demetrius Andrade catches this guy Luke Keeler with the clean, flush left hand. In the first 2 seconds, puts the guy on the canvas. You already knew this fight's not gonna go long. If it does, I'll be shocked. You know what I mean? Luke Keeler was out of his depth. He even gets dropped in round two. Gets caught with another left hand. Combination punching from Bubu Andrade, followed up by a looping left hook. Boom, catches the man on the chin. He goes down flat on his ass in round two. You know what I mean? Everything between round two till round nine was pretty much a sparring session. You know what I mean? Uh, Demetrius Andrade was doing what he wanted to do, basically trying out new tactics, trying that kind of uppercut from a mile away. He can't do that versus no elite fighters. He can do that versus Luke Keeler. You know what I mean? Luke Keeler absolutely possessed nothing of any extraordinary consequences to bother Demetrius Andrade. You know what I mean? Again, Demetrius Andrade, and this is real talk. Every single opponent he's fought on this DAZN, ever since he's been on DAZN, I've never heard of these guys. You know what I mean? You check it. I like Demetrius Andrade, but we gotta call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? Round nine, he catches him with that uppercut. You know what I'm saying? That he pulled Buster Douglas style versus Evander Holyfield. Only difference was Buster Douglas joint didn't land, and Evander Holyfield clocked him with the counter in the third round. This guy could was not of any he ain't have that in him. You know what I mean? He ain't have that in him. He got caught with the jab, then a flush left hand. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't his night. You know what I mean? He was in there with the world class operator and the man Demetrius Andrade. You know what I mean? That leaping right uppercut, then the left hook, and then the straight right hand, and just a barrage of punches. You could tell Demetrius Andrade was fixated with getting a stoppage when he hurt Luke Keeler in the ninth round. You know what I mean? Like I said, another glorified sparring session. Andrade was going berserk. The referee stopped the fight. Like I said, not too much was going on after the second knockdown in round two till the stoppage in round nine. Demetrius Andrade hopefully can get the fights that he wants over there on the zone. You know what I mean? It's not fair that the brother man from Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island, not too many fighters have come up out of there. I mean, we do have Vinny Paz and Peter Manfredi, you know what I mean? Most of the Italian fighters, they got a big stronghold. They got a big Italian stronghold in Providence, Rhode Island. But this brother can't get no opportunity at unifying the titles. That's why I could never, ever, I never had Triple G as high, or even why is he still in the pound for pound rankings? Come on, complexion for protection. A guy like Cannoli could never in his life be number one pound for pound. Number one pound for pound means that you fight all comers, all styles, all tactics, you know what I mean? But when you duck guys like Andrade and Charlo, they'll go ahead and try to fight guys like Ryota Murata, who holds a minor tier, a lower tier belt, when the guy Bubu Andrade holds a real WBO title, you know? So this guy's just languishing out there. He's not getting the fights that he wants. I'm not impressed with what I've seen tonight. Can't even call it entertainment. It would be entertaining if he did like Jake Paul, stop this guy in the first or second round, so we ain't have to sit here and watch a glorified sparring session. What's up with you, Neota's in the chat? Big ups to Neota. Go subscribe to my man's channel. My man be talking that boxing for real, you know what I mean? Especially when it comes to the low weights. Neota is pound for pound king. You see how Mr. Boxing today is the pound for pound heavyweight king of boxing talk on YouTube. Neota's a pound for pound king for the lower weights, you know what I mean? Neota's in the chat says Andrade did his thing, but my God, Demetrius really knows how to turn an overmatched fight into glorified sparring session. You ain't never lied, man. Neota says, shout out B Marsh. Big up, man. Salute. Yeah, you ain't lying, but at least he got him out of there in the ninth because this was really gonna about to look like a Ivan Red catch versus Danny Garcia. You know what I mean? And I'm just glad it didn't go no 12 rounds. You know what I mean? I think Demetrius Andrade got the skills to pay the bills. You know what I mean? Tall, long, rangy, a very good boxer, very southpaw. You know, nobody wants to fight southpaws. You know what I'm saying? But I doubt he's gonna get in the ring with anybody of note soon. You know what I mean? Neota says, "Yo, you see they took Ivan Redcatch entire purse for biting Danny." Yeah, I heard about that. I haven't read no articles, but I heard about that today, man. Finks Auto Boxing was talking about that in my last live stream. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's dirty, man. You know what I mean? But I doubt they gonna withhold this whole purse, man. We'll see, man. I probably might do a video on that, man. I just gotta follow up and really get the details, man. That's messed up. But Shane Mosley showed up for Jake Paul, but he ain't show up for Redcatch. I ain't like that one bit. You know what I mean? But Demetrius Andrade gets it done over there in Miami versus Luke Keeler. I don't know when we'll see Luke Keeler again, you know what I mean? But hopefully this guy can get unification fights, you know what I mean? There's a lot of fighters out here, man. You know, in this age of boxing, you know, guys go 11, 10, 11 years without really fighting no top tier contenders or unifying titles, you know what I mean? You know, guys like Archie Moore, it took him 16 years to get a world title shot, you know what I mean? But that wasn't by choice. You know, that's because guys were ducking him and they, he was part of the, you know, Black Murderers Row, you know what I mean? Nelta's in the chat says Andrade's in a tough spot. He's the definition of high risk, low reward because he's not really an exciting fighter in his own right. And his style is purely a sprawling one, so he'll either beat you or make you look like crap from you being unable to catch him. True indeed, but yeah, I'd like to see him in there with the best of the best. I mean, I'd like to see. I wouldn't mind if Canoli said, you know what, Triple G, Charlo, Boo Boo, let's do a 4-man tournament. You know what I mean? Even if it means Charlo and Andrade face each other in the first round, Triple G gives this guy I'm sorry, Canoli gives Triple G that trilogy fight. The winners face each other. You know what I mean? So that way, Canoli can't say either the winner of Bubu Andrade or Charlo didn't earn the shot. They faced each other, which is a difficult task. I would love to see that fight as well. You know what I mean? Then Canoli faced the winners. That's just wishful thinking, like a lot of things in boxing. You know what I mean? But big ups to Naota. Naota's in the chat says um oh, I agree. I'm just being realistic. Absolutely, man. None of these guys want to fight him, Charlo included. Yeah, man. You know, Canoli don't got that WBC belt. You know, Triple G. These guys didn't when they held the WBC belt. They didn't want to face the man. You know what I'm saying? When he gets the WBC belt, now all of a sudden the man Canoli vacates it. You know what I mean? And it's not even. Look, man. Canoli can win all these fights. He probably could. But we got to see the fights, you know what I mean? Naota says, I think he danced on Jamel, to be honest. Who, Andrade? Andrade, I'd favor him to beat Charlo, yes. Naota says, I think Canelo Andrade would look just like the Lara fight. Canelo winning by an ugly decision. Yep, that's actually how it would look. Hmm. And that's why Canoli don't want to go down that rabbit hole ever again. He says, Floyd, Lara, and Austin Trout, that's enough. Now I'm going to fight the Ryota Muratas and the Bill Wenningtons, aka Rocky Feldings, these type of guys. Man, it's a disgrace he's even considering fighting um, Ryota Murata. Not that Ryota Murata is a bad fighter, no. But he has a minor tier belt. He actually beat, who did he beat for the real WBA belt? Was it Danny Jacobs? No, he beat Cannoli for that. I'm sorry, Triple G, you know what I mean? So he still possesses the real WBA belt. What's he trying to unify with the minor tier belt? Don't make sense, man. Um, Nelta says, yeah, Andrade. Yeah, Andrade, I favor him over Charlo as well. You know what I mean? Naota says, I think Canelo kills himself to make 160 anyway, so we ain't never going to see him there again. He was going to bring Murata up to 168. I have no problem with him campaigning at one division where he can stay at. If it's 168, there's fights there to be made. There's guys out there, but he vacated his. Oh, that's at 175 now. Yeah, there's guys out there from Callum Smith to Benavidez to Caleb Plant. All these guys. If Canoli's gonna come out and say, "Hey, I'm the kingpin. I'm the cash cow. You guys want to fight me? You guys fight each other." Billy Joe Saunders versus Caleb Smith, and then Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez. The winners of those two fights face each other, and then Canoli gets to fight them all. I wouldn't mind seeing that one bit. At least it would have Canoli in a fight that in a kind of round robin tournament type of structure. You know what I mean? Rather than picking and choosing his opponents. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? Neota says any of those guys gonna have to move up to fight Canelo now. The guys at 160, yeah. Neota says my problem with him fighting at 168 and not fighting proven super middleweights, he won't go near Benavidez. Yeah, and that would be a great all Mexican warfare. You know what I mean? You check it, so I can guarantee Canoli's gonna try feast on guys from outside of USA. You know what I mean? Whether it's the 168 pounders from England or Ryota Murata, like you said, bring him up. You know what I mean? The guys in USA, yeah, look at Kovalev. That's another guy who's a foreigner. You know what I mean? Who's past his prime, a guy who's gone through wars, a guy who's has losses and got knocked out by Elite Alvarez. So these are the type of guys I can see Canoli fighting in the next few years, you know what I mean? Rather than fighting some good American fighters who are out there too. Clean up your divisions, you know what I mean? So yo, big ups to Neota about to seal the deal on this live stream. Big ups to everybody who hit the thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? So go subscribe to my man Neota's channel. Let me read this last one chat he wrote before I skate. Um, when Benavidez won his first belt and Aaron was talking about making a Canelo Ramirez fight, Canelo came up with a press release says, "I'll never ever fight a fellow Mexican again." He pre-ducked it. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. And that was a fight I didn't mind seeing one bit. Because Zudo was a guy, the first Mexican super middleweight champion ever. He's a guy who can, a southpaw at that. When I first used to see this guy at about like 24 and 0, 23 and 0, the guy was a guy who was outboxing opponents, you know what I mean? And I seen he also can slug it out too when he was fighting guys like Jesse Hart, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to see that matchup for Canoli, but he ain't want to fight. Yeah, I remember when he said he ain't fighting no Mexicans, you know what I mean? Big ups, Neota, big ups to everybody in the chat. We'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Let me know what y'all thought about Bubu Andrade beating Luke Keeler and stopping him in the ninth. I'm gone. Peace.